on. Is there somebody in the audience?
You know, those are all beef there, you know.
My God, is that President Clinton?
Yes, it is.
He's a huge...
Well, you damn fool, you could have been on the show.
Finally tonight, an unexpected and unofficial visit is our picture of the week. The rink right here at Rockefeller Plaza has all the trimmings for a presidential photo op. So no wonder skaters felt privileged when they saw this man cut a swath on the ice. Okay, it was only real estate agent turned actor Tim Waters shooting a bit for Japanese television, but you could have fooled the crowd.
Good evening, my fellow Americans. It is truly an honor to be here today with such a distinguished group of people. By the way, how many of you distinguished people voted for me? Well, how many of you think I'm doing a good job? How many of you would like to be audited next year? I would like to thank each and every one of you for attending tonight's $1,000 a plate fundraiser for me. I certainly do appreciate the support. But seriously, folks, it is great to be here in beautiful Boca Raton, Florida, down here by the sea where the air is clear and a man can still inhale deeply. You know, excuse me, folks, you're going to have to bear with me a little bit, but it got a little cold and breezy back in Washington the other day, and, well, I think I'm catching a cold again, and I don't know how, because Lord knows I do everything I can to avoid a draft. But you know, I've learned a lot since I moved into the White House. Did you folks know that when you're President of the United States, you can get an Egg McMuffin after 10:30 in the morning? Here's something else I didn't know, and quite frankly, I'm a little embarrassed about it, but I am taking steps to correct it. Air Force One, I found out, is the only plane in the United States that is allowed to discharge its wastewater over populated areas. It's a leftover from the Reagan trickle-down economic policies, of course. Do you know what the secret is to a successful administration? No, I'm asking. Does anybody here know? I thought maybe you might be able to help me out. You know, I've also learned a few other things along the way. I've learned, for example, and I'm sure that a lot of you heard this before, that the key thing in real estate, of course, is location, location, location. And that the key thing in politics is, well, to not get involved in real estate, of course. Well, how do I look tonight, ladies? Thank you. Thank you very much. We're having a little party at the presidential suite a little later on, why don't y'all stop by? I certainly would like to see more of you, if you know what I mean. No, but the reason I asked that question is because I was reading in one of Hillary's magazines how some women actually fantasize about me. And then I saw that movie where Demi Moore got paid $1 million for just one night. Well, you know, I think I've got that deficit reduction plan all figured out now. You know, on the way in here today, folks, I saw a bumper sticker that said Dole 96. Now, I think it's just terrible. Because I don't know about you, but I don't think the man looks a day over 90 myself. You know, with all the security we've had around here this evening, why, you might think somebody important like Newt Gingrich was going to be here or something. You know, it really does not bother me that Newt called my wife a name. What bothers me is, how'd he get to know her so well? But you know, they say that behind every great man there's a great woman, and I know that to be true. I'm reminded of it every single day. But it has been that way throughout history. I mean, after all, FDR had Eleanor, who my wife speaks to quite frequently. JFK had Jackie. Ike had Tina, I believe. But you know, folks, I do love my wife, and you know, sometimes in the middle of the night I like to just stand there and watch my dear bride sleep, because you know, more than any other time of day, she's just so quiet, and I can't tell you how attractive that is to me. You know, one night while I was standing there, I said, and another thing, sweetheart, I'm the one that got elected, not you. Well, she woke up, and I kind of just shook the old arm around, told her fell asleep, trying to get the blood flowing again. She just looked up at me and wistfully said, Bill, what are you doing in my room, and how did you get past the guard? You know, things have been getting awfully rough around the White House these days, the past 4 years. First we had that plane crash on the South Lawn. Then we had that guy go crazy out there on Pennsylvania Avenue, forcing us to close it down. And just this morning, as a matter of fact, I was struck by a blunt instrument. I bumped into Al Gore in the hallway there as we passed by each other. That reminds me, for those of you who may have attended the Olympics in Atlanta or were watching on television, I am very sorry if there was any sort of confusion, but due to certain security reasons, we had to have a slight change of venue. Therefore, the high jump and pole vault were held at the east fence of the White House. And of course, the broad jump was held in the private residence area. Now, listen, folks, I've been accused of a lot of things in that department. I'm here to tell you it's just not true. I'm too busy. I'm there in my office every single day, working morning, noon, and night. And I'm telling you, you cannot corner a woman in an Oval Office. Trust me. It can't be done. Al Gore is a really big guy on that information superhighway, and together we're going to build that bridge to the 21st century. And I want you all to be on it with us. And I'm going to make damn sure Ted Kennedy isn't driving the first car across. Ladies and gentlemen, my fellow Americans, I sure would like to be reelected to second term. And I could use your help. And I would just like to say to all of you wonderful people in this room this evening, from the very, very bottom of my heart, I love you, man. So in order to gain your support for November 5th, all you folks in the room this evening, in true democratic fashion, will be receiving the following: unlimited use of White House helicopters for golf outings, a copy of my new book, The Bobonomics of Healthcare, defensive driving lessons with Dee Dee Myers and George Stephanopoulos, and a subscription to Hillary's new financial newsletter, Beginner's Luck at Commodities Trading. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having me here this evening. God bless you all, and God bless America. Thank you.